Go ahead. Don't jump any fences. Okay? Stay right here. Love you, sweetie. See you in a little bit, Maya Bar. Alright, so I've had the Cam Am Ryker 900 here for about a month now. I bought it at the very beginning of May 5th to be exact. And so we're on May 26th, which pretty much takes it up to having it for a whole month. So I thought I'd go ahead and share my opinions of what I like most about the Cam Am Ryker, coming from, of course, a two-wheeled mid-size cruiser, which was my Kawasaki Vulcan 650S, to this machine, which I rode that bike for 4 years, and it was my first motorcycle experience in my entire life. So I guess I'll start with kind of the least, or most less important stuff that I like about it, and I'll end up at number one with what I like most about it. So stay tuned throughout the entire video if you want to know what that is. So starting things off, I definitely like the overall appearance of it, and things like that. I think it looks really cool. Reminds me a lot of a four-wheeler. That's probably the thing I would compare it to the most. But also past that, a lot of times riding it reminds me to the days of my jet ski life that I had. So I grew up on a series of 9 lakes, and in that time, from age 1 to around age 9-ish, I'd say, I was on jet skis all the time, which are kind of like, wow, that's pretty much your baby lifestyle. How were you on jet skis? Well, my dad was a really cool guy. He loved having his son with him on his watercrafts, and so a lot of times I would be right in front of him on our jet skis, starting at age 5, really. At least that's as far back as I can remember. We were always on the jet skis, and I was in front, and a lot of the time, most of the time, I was allowed to steer it with my dad's hands, behind mine. So I got a lot of jet skiing experience in, and I love jet skis. Probably my overall favorite vehicle I've ever ridden on or driven or anything has to be jet skis. And a lot of that just comes with being around water my entire childhood. So the fact that Cam Am BRP is the maker of jet skis, you can kind of see the similarities that would blend off onto their 3-wheeled land vehicles. So yeah, that would be the first thing I like about it, is just the comparison to 4-wheelers and jet skis in that sense, in terms of kind of how it drives, and even the bumps I feel on the road and things like that reminds me of like hitting wakes and other watercraft leakage on water. So also, I guess past that, another thing I like about the Cam Am Ryker is, well, I guess always, like people say, the entry levelness of it. You can get it starting at $9,000, which is pretty much where my mid-sized 2-wheeled cruiser bike started. The Kawasaki Vulcan 650S, it's kind of the same thing. It's an entry-level motorcycle, and it's got a lot of appeal to it in terms of its boosted engine and things like that with the Kawasaki Ninja line. So, but it's a cruiser style and something that more everybody can easily get on and ride from the get-go. But also on top of that, it had its price point too, which is a huge factor towards me getting it. So that's kind of what branched me off to the Ryker as well, rather than getting like a Spider right off the bat or anything like that. Was the price value. I just that really appealed to me as I've been thinking about purchasing something from Can Am. So see what else. All the different parts that Can Am makes, all the different accessories that they make for the Ryker, I find super appealing. I love that they make all those parts and things like that to letting you customize and the Ryker to how you want it and making it different and unique for each rider that rides it. I think that's super cool. Obviously, I want to get something that I'm going to be able to invest more into down the line rather than having less to invest, because otherwise this is going to get boring and stale. Riding vehicles for me, I want something, I want to ride them all. The experience isn't so much having a bike to have a bike, it's having something that I can have new adventures on and new ways to interact with the world and things like that, which is another appeal of why I liked going from 2-wheel to 3-wheels. I've ridden 2 wheels, I've been there, I've done that. I don't want to get another 2-wheel, I want to get something different. I want to get a 3-wheel, I want to get something else. So I like that appeal too. It's just all the accessories and parts they make. Past that, I see what else can we talk about. The overall comfort of it is nice. I think the standard seat works out very well. Super comfortable. Maybe sometime down the line there, I'll get some, the more softer seat that they have out there, or a cover for it or something like that. I know they make covers that you can just kind of set over the top of the seat and it has more padding and things like that. Maybe I'll get something like that down the line, but in terms of right now, I feel like it's very good. Definitely a softer feel and much more comfortable feel than my Vulcan 650 had, and that seat was very well designed too. It's just that I feel like the foam in my 2-wheeled bike, I feel like the foam padding inside was a little too tough. There is a lot more of a gap pushing down on like the leather on the seat. There is more of a gap between the leather and the foam beneath it, so there is just kind of a pocket space of air that would go down and adjust as you sat on it, of course, but I feel like some of that led to more of a tension in the leather and less of a support in the foam, so to speak. So I feel like everything is stitched out and laid over the top of the foam much more carefully and better with the Can Am Ryker seat. There's not, immediately when I sit on it and touch it, I can feel the squishiness of it, which is kind of how I feel like you want. Gives you a softer support, so I feel like the seat's really good. The overall steering is good on the bike. I like that a lot. I guess, I'll try looking out there maybe though to see if there's something, I'm pretty sure there's parts out there that you can make it a little bit more, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty rigid. I feel like the steering I can't really comment on too much because I just got to get more used to it. it's just so different. You know, steering with the handlebars now instead of steering with, you know, my weight. 'Cause, you know, on a two-wheel bike, you're steering with your body direction and stuff more so than you are with actually turning the wheel or anything like that. So I just got to get more used to that. So I can't really comment on that. It is kind of, you know, it's you feel the tug and pull for sure when you're going into a turn and things like that. But you know, it's just you're moving two wheels instead of one, so it is what it is. It's just on highways it becomes a lot looser because you got more inertia and stuff, and you can easily you know turn and stuff like that, and wind can jostle you and stuff. So maybe there's something out there to make that a little bit more straight lined, and I guess I need to make it tougher to turn, so to speak. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I gotta get used to it. So, what else have I noticed when riding it? Gas mileage seems really good. I like the gas mileage on it. I've just been kind of comparing it to my Vulcan. So I believe my Vulcan had like pretty much near a 4-gallon tank. So I'd say a 4-gallon tank, and this is a 6-gallon tank. It seems so. But overall, seemed to kind of be, I think, right at the same points. Maybe my Vulcan, I think my Vulcan did get a little bit better gas mileage. Usually when I filled up that, 3 to 4 gallon tank, I would usually get like a little over 200 miles from it, 200, sometimes mid 200s off of it. With premium, I always just use premium since it's what they recommend. I have no need to use regular when, you know, even the premium is like under $10. So I just use premium, but yeah, seem to get 200. And then but yeah, with the Ryker, it's around the same amount. So I've only filled up once or twice, so I'm still gauging that as well. So, all right, last thing before the video wraps up. Last thing I like, the thing I like the most about the Ryker is just the stability. The whole, the third wheel, the balancing of it. I can hit things hard and not have to worry about wiping out or anything like that. That is my favorite convenience of having a 3-wheeled motorcycle. And I think that is definitely the best, and will only drive me to ride it more and keep it longer. So thank you for checking out my video. I do appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.